welcome to Outdoor Oasis Ideas. Today we're exploring the creation of a rustic, tranquil garden, envisioned as a simple yet deeply evocative landscape, where every element embraces natural charm and sustainability. Consider dividing the area, even if not vast, into small zones with distinct feelings or functions. The eastern corner, where the gentle morning sunlight streams in, might be reserved for low-growing plants such as lavender, thyme, and native wildflowers. The western side, where afternoon shade stretches across, becomes the domain of perennials, like dwarf pines, geraniums, and a few small fruit-bearing trees, such as wild apples. The central area, near the entrance from the house, is chosen as the focal point, with an oval-shaped bed planted with wild daisies, mint, and aromatic grasses, creating a centerpiece that is both rustic and relaxing. Each zone is arranged to blend harmoniously with the surrounding landscape, preserving the raw essence of the earth and sky while remaining easily accessible for care. The work begins with soil preparation, a foundational step to turn the vision into reality. The soil in the garden area, long neglected, has become hard and depleted of nutrients, containing dry grass roots and fragments of rotted wood. Small pebbles are retained and scattered across the surface rather than removed entirely, aiding drainage while enhancing the natural rustic feel. Plant selection follows once the soil is prepared, focusing on native or adaptable species that offer simple beauty and gentle fragrance. Lavender, with its pale purple flower clusters and calming scent, is sown in small rows in the eastern corner, where morning sunlight will intensify its aroma. Thyme, with its tiny vibrant green leaves and subtle spicy fragrance, is interplanted to form a natural ground cover. Wild daisies, with their delicate white and yellow blooms, are selected as the centerpiece of the oval bed, paired with mint to bring vibrant green and a cool, refreshing scent. In the west, dwarf pines are planted in small clusters, their deep green foliage providing welcome shade, while geraniums bloom in red and soft pink, adding splashes of color among the tree bases. A few wild apple trees, small yet resilient, are placed along the western edge, with hopes of yielding petite fruits in autumn to enhance the garden's rustic appeal. This diversity not only enriches the landscape, but also fosters a small ecosystem where plants support each other's growth. Natural light is harnessed to its fullest to nurture the garden without excessive intervention. The eastern corner, home to lavender and thyme, is kept open and unobstructed by the house or large trees, ensuring the morning sun bathes every leaf. The western area, with dwarf pines and geraniums, takes advantage of shade from the house wall and a nearby old oak to create a cool environment suited to shade-loving plants. The central oval bed is positioned to receive even light from morning to afternoon, allowing wild daisies and mint to grow uniformly without scorching. A few large branches near the garden are lightly trimmed to prevent overshadowing, but most of the canopy is retained to maintain a natural, tranquil atmosphere. Garden care commences immediately after planting, aiming to keep everything simple and in tune with nature. Water is applied by hand each early morning or late afternoon when the air is cool, to keep the soil moist without overwhelming the plants. The soil around the plant bases is covered with a layer of dry leaves or bark chips, retaining moisture and shielding roots from harsh weather. Every task is performed gently, avoiding disruption to the inherent stillness of the garden. The rustic, tranquil garden gradually transforms as spring arrives. The first lavender sprouts emerge from the soil in the eastern corner, small but sturdy, releasing a faint fragrance under the morning sun. Thyme spreads into lush green mats, blanketing the ground and offering a cool, approachable feel. Wild daisies in the central bed bloom, their fragile white and yellow flowers swaying in the breeze, blending with the deep green mint leaves to form a simple yet vibrant scene. In the west, dwarf pines sprout new shoots, while geraniums unfurl clusters of red and pale pink flowers, dotting the green foliage. The wild apple trees, though still young, sprout new leaves, promising a welcome harvest by year's end. This space, filled with the rustling of leaves and distant birdsong, becomes a peaceful haven for the soul. To enhance its rusticity, natural decorative elements are added to the garden. A small path is crafted from old, casually arranged stone slabs winding between the plant beds, both practical for movement and in harmony with the landscape's raw aesthetic. At the center of the oval bed, a long wooden bench is placed beneath the nearby oak's shade, painted an earthy brown to blend with the surroundings, offering an ideal spot to enjoy the garden in the afternoon. Near the western corner, a simple pile of firewood is stacked from dry branches gathered in the yard, serving as both decoration and a resource for chilly nights. A few old, naturally cracked clay pots are scattered near the lavender bed, planted with additional aromatic grasses to enrich the garden's scent. These details are subtle, quietly accentuating the space's simplicity and peace. A particularly charming rustic garden landscape idea, especially suitable for the front yard of a small house, involves creating an inviting focal point with a quaint wooden bench. Place a weathered, simple bench, perhaps made of reclaimed wood, against the house wall or nestled near the entrance. Beside it, plant a vibrant cluster of colorful flowering shrubs. Think hydrangeas bursting with blooms, cheerful spireas, or fragrant roses. This combination offers a welcoming spot to rest and enjoy the view, instantly adding character and curb appeal with minimal complexity, perfectly embodying the rustic spirit. Artificial lighting is added gently to extend the garden's beauty into the night without breaking its tranquility. Small wooden lanterns, powered by solar energy, are hung from the oak's branches or placed along the stone path, casting a soft golden glow over the lavender and daisies. This light is gentle, just enough to highlight the plant's rustic contours, creating a sense of the garden breathing softly in the dark. An old oil lamp is set on the wooden bench, ready to be lit on moonless nights, adding a warm, nostalgic ambiance to the serene landscape. The garden's fragrance becomes an integral part of its stillness. Lavender wafts a gentle scent each morning, mingling with the subtle spice of thyme and the coolness of mint, forming a gentle blend of aromas that never overwhelms. The breeze rustling through the dwarf pines, the crunch of dry leaves underfoot, and distant birdsong blend into a soothing background melody, heightening the sense of calm. Bees and butterflies begin to visit, flitting between the lavender and daisies, adding a touch of life to the otherwise tranquil space. The rustic, tranquil garden is not just a landscape, but a story of returning to nature. From an empty plot, it has become a vibrant yet simple space where every plant and flower contributes to a shared sense of peace. The central oval bed, with its daisies and mint, serves as a lovely focal point, while the eastern and western corners add variety with lavender, dwarf pines, and wild apples. As the first blooms fade, they are replaced by late-flowering species like oxeye daisies and bellflowers, keeping the garden fresh without losing its rustic essence. Over time, the garden evolves through the seasons with gentle shifts. Spring heralds the reign of lavender and daisies, bringing life in soft hues. Summer brings the refreshing green of thyme and geraniums, with dwarf pines shading the heat of sunny days. Autumn sees the wild apple trees bearing small, red fruits amid golden leaves, while winter preserves the raw beauty with dwarf pines and a blanket of fallen leaves on the ground. The soil in the beds is periodically renewed with leaf mulch and bark, and some areas are sown with wild grass seeds to extend the green into the next season. The rustic, tranquil garden becomes a versatile space, each season unveiling a new yet consistently peaceful face. Plants are continually tested, from low aromatic grasses to small shrubs, enriching the landscape without disturbing its stillness. A small corner near the path is dedicated to cut flowers like bellflowers and oxeye daisies, meeting indoor decoration needs while aligning with the rustic spirit. As dusk falls, the shadows of dwarf pines and wild apple trees stretch across the ground. The wooden lanterns emit a faint golden light, illuminating the lavender and daisies. The wind through the dry leaves, distant birdsong, and the earthy fragrance meld into a soothing tune. Once the garden takes shape, with its rustic tranquility at its core, the space expands with new ideas to enhance harmony and sustainability. The initial beds, brimming with lavender, daisies, and dwarf pines, are just the beginning of a broader plan. A deeper vision emerges to transform the garden into a balanced ecosystem where plants, water, and natural elements intertwine, creating a space that is both relaxing and environmentally friendly. More plant beds are created to expand the growing area. An L-shaped zone is designed in the northeastern corner, where wildflowers like verbena and bellflowers are sown together, evoking a small meadow within the garden. This area is surrounded by a mulch of dry leaves, lending a natural, inviting charm. Near the southern wall, a larger circular bed is built, dedicated to shrubs like azaleas and rosemary, their dense green foliage adding depth to the landscape. The new beds are edged with recycled wood, both retaining soil and boosting the rustic feel. Each bed is positioned to harness consistent light, ensuring healthy growth in a naturally simple setting. To increase diversity, ornamental and beneficial pollinator plants are introduced. In the eastern bed, lavender is interplanted with cosmos, offering fragrance and attracting bees for pollination. Near the L-shaped zone, small shrubs like honeysuckle are added as a green backdrop, while wild sunflowers are sown to extend blooming into late summer. In the central bed, a few small junipers are incorporated, their soft green foliage bringing a gentle hue overhead. This mix not only enhances the landscape, but prolongs the garden's vitality across seasons. The irrigation system is upgraded to meet the expanded garden's needs. Additional bamboo pipes are installed, extending from the main tank to the new beds. A rough filter of dry grass and pebbles is added to remove debris from rainwater, ensuring unobstructed flow. The hand pump is replaced with a larger version, sufficient to water the entire area while retaining its rustic charm. A small pond made from recycled wood is dug in the northwestern corner, serving as both a rainwater reserve and a feature with floating water plants. Water from this pond is redirected into the irrigation system as needed, forming a sustainable water cycle. The rustic, tranquil garden grows richer as plants mature. Verbena and bellflowers in the L-shaped zone bloom, creating a winding ribbon of purple and green amid the leaf mulch. Azaleas and rosemary in the southern bed rise tall, their dark green leaves standing out in the backyard. Lavender mixed with cosmos wafts a gentle scent in the east, while junipers in the central bed drape like a soft green curtain. The central bed remains the heart, with daisies, mint, and junipers crafting a charming rustic scene under the sun. Natural artistic elements are added to enhance the space. A wooden archway is erected at the entrance to the L-shaped zone, draped with climbing honeysuckle, evoking a charming natural corner. Near the pond, large stones are stacked, offering natural solidity. A low wooden wall etched with leaf patterns is built near the azalea bed, framing the greenery. These details enhance aesthetics, while weaving a rustic narrative throughout the garden. The rustic, tranquil garden continues to evolve over time. Spring arrives glowing with lavender and bellflowers. Summer is filled with thyme and wild sunflowers. Autumn brings warmth with wild apples and azaleas. And winter offers softness with dwarf pines and junipers amid a leaf blanket. Over time, the garden grows richer with experiments that maintain its peaceful rusticity. Night-blooming flowers like moonflowers and evening primrose are sown in some beds, offering fragrance and beauty after dark, their white petals glowing under lantern light. If you love exploring new ways to enhance your outdoor space, don't miss out. Subscribe to Outdoor Oasis Ideas for the latest tips, inspiration, and creative projects.